you can hear me. We have been terrible at recording content for YouTube because we have started our season and we're a little busy, and usually Nels is the one recording, and he's busy. So we are finishing up. It's our last day here at a project. We were cleaning up a barn that burnt down a couple months ago. So we're kind of doing the rough final grade. Property owners don't know what they're going to do with the area, so they're just like, hey, throw some gravel on it, we'll figure it out. They don't know if they're going to rebuild here or what they're going to do, but we are loading up our equipment and heading home. It is the holiday weekend, so we are trying to finish up our week here and get ready for the weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to be recording some of the mud bog or not, but we are mudding tomorrow. So Nels has a burb bogger. It's a Suburban that's big old tires, and go to our family farm and mud bog. So we are doing that. But first, gotta work, gotta clean up. So Nels and I are here, finishing up a few things. It's a beautiful day. And then it's a beautiful day to finish up this project, make sure property owners are happy, and then on to the next. So I will show a little bit of before and after photos of kind of what we did. It was kind of a delicate project just because the property owners clearly are very upset that this barn burnt down, and we're very empathetic about it. So a few different things that we did. There were handprints in the concrete, so we took cut those out for them. We really wanted to be delicate with a situation like this because they were clearly very upset about it, and we're happy that they were able to work with a small business like us. But again, we went above and beyond. We like to go above and beyond. Oh, what is Nels doing? He's making noises over there. But yeah, so there were quite a few hoops to jump through just because of, well, it's a learning curve. So when a barn burns down or any type of burnt material, prices increase because you have to get rid of said burnt material. And there's a few hoops to jump through when it comes to getting it hauled out. So those are a few things we had to learn on a project like this. And then like getting stuff from the fire marshal. So the landfill, well, not landfill, so the actual, oh my gosh, what the heck? What is that called? Why am I blanking on this? Anyways, we had to get stuff from the fire marshal. We had to figure out dumpsters. We had to scrap dumpsters too, were delayed just because, well, 'tis the season. But not a big deal. It all worked out. Property owners were great. And yeah, they even provided a porta potty, which was very sweet. It was cleanest porta potty I've ever been in, and it's really nice, especially for, you know, I'm cool peeing in the woods, but it's really nice not to do that, especially on a project site where property owners are here. Because I always don't like to leave, because we're kind of not in the middle of nowhere, because, you know, whatever, but I hate having to like, oh, I gotta run to the gas station or the bathroom. But yeah, so great people, and I'll show some photos, and I don't know if Nels actually took some video. He might have.
So we're here, we're doing this barn demo. Unfortunately, their barn burnt down, and we're here to clean it up and help them out. But it has been quite, well, it's went pretty decent. We've already trucked a lot of material. So we bid it using dumpsters, and we told them it was going to be burnt material, and then they came back, you know, we wanted to make sure, and called them the day of when they were supposed to deliver to dumpsters, and they wanted twice as much for a dumpster. So we're now hauling it with our dump truck. It's going fine and dandy. I've separated out a lot, like the tin and metal that came out of the barn, and we're hauling it to a local dump, and fortunately we'll be able to do it for what we quoted because of hauling it ourselves now instead of using the dumpsters. But it's going, you know, as good as demo can go. this kind of thing, you know, like any job that you go to do is constantly changing, but demo work, I feel like, you know, there's always something that doesn't go quite the way that you want it to, and you just kind of got to adjust on the fly. So we're doing that. You can see they have railroad ties for flooring. We're gonna salvage these and stack them up for them on the property so that they can reuse them in future projects. But otherwise, the rest of the timber and like the steel, all that is going to go away. And then there's some concrete that's got to get ripped out, but that'll be one of the last things we do. And that'll be getting hauled to our pit to hopefully at some point we can have a crusher come in, or we'll get a crusher and we will crush it for our own crushed material. But that's where we're at today. I think Alexis is taking progress photos throughout this, so maybe those will be in the video as well. But the hose looking good, the skid's looking good.
This was a 2-week project just because of some delays with dumpsters. So I was here the first week, but then I gotta go to my full-time job. Went to my full-time job for a couple days and I'm back. So juggling 2 jobs, but you know, my full-time job is paying for me to run my company, and I got to do what I got to do, and I'm not ready to give that up yet because I like what I do, but I love my business too. So my priorities are straight. That was one thing that someone said, is get your priorities straight. Your priority should be your business. My priority is my business. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing and juggling what I'm doing in order to not make my business work. I have to work in order to make money for my business to work. Especially when a company like this, when that piece of machinery, along with our other excavator, along with our mini, along with the truck, along with the trailer, new trailer, we're gonna probably be selling that truck because I bought him a new truck a couple videos ago, and those things cost money. So it costs money that sometimes your company, especially in, you know, our 3rd year in business, isn't always making quite yet. But at the same time, you got to spend money to make money, and we're spending money to make money. Oh, hi, Nelsie. Oh gosh, please. Yeah, he's gonna go hide, go to the bathroom. We'll move that. Oh yeah, there he's going to the bathroom. Okay, we'll change direction. That'd be funny. That is, oh no. Anyways, so yeah, I'm spending, you know, my 40 hours at my full-time job to make sure that my business can run. And this is Nels's full-time job. We're lucky enough where he can actually work for me full-time, and I can pay him, and we make our payments, and 3 years in, we're actually getting some decent jobs. And I don't always like to share numbers and whatnot, but we have made half of what we made in our first year so far, going in our 3rd year, and I think that is amazing. He's done. He's going to go in the skid steer, but I think that's really cool. Also, too, I was just talking to somebody. They're like, "Oh, do you guys have work lined up?" And we actually do. We are about a month out, which is really nice. I don't like to say too overwhelmed. I want to be able to, you know, figure things out and stay on top of things, not be too overwhelmed. But in our first year, I remember being like only a week or 2 out, like, oh, we can be here next week. Now it's like, hey, we're a month out, which is also really cool. We've gotten bigger jobs, which is really nice. This is probably a decent sized job. We've got a lot of land clearing jobs, which is really cool. But I think it's really nice to actually see the use of our big equipment that we've invested in. So yeah, Nels is going to load up one of the burnt machinery over there, and then we're gonna run that to the property, and then we're gonna come back and final grade and rough grade, and then by that time the property owner will be here, so we can chit chat with them, and then it's a holiday weekend. So I'll probably bring a little bit of bring the camera for the mud bod, just because it is kind of cool. Not everyone gets to do that, and that will be fun. But yes, I should probably go help Nels.